Good evening. Call the October 2nd Raynham Conservation Commission meeting to order. Be advised, all of these meetings are being taped. Would you like to read us in, Bill?
All public hearings and meetings heard by the Raynham Conservation Commission on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, at 5:30 p.m. in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall, Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room, 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., are relative to filings and joint hearings and/or meetings under Massachusetts General Law 131, Section 40, as amended, and the Town of Raynham Wetland Protection Bylaw.
Thank you. First up in formal is a request for determination, Route 24, Mass. Dot, Andrea Coates. Thank you.
Good evening.
Oh, sorry. This one here, yep, sorry.
In accordance with the Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 131, Section 40, the Raynham Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2019, at 5:30 p.m. in the Donald L. McKinnon Meeting Room in the Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall at 558 South Main Street, Raynham, Mass., on a request for determination of applicability filed by Massachusetts Department of Transportation, Highway Division, District 5, 1000 County Street, Taunton, Mass. 02780. The applicant proposes tree trimming along routes 24 and I-495. The applicant requested determination from the Conservation Commission whether the work depicted on the plans is subject to jurisdiction under the Wetlands Protection Act. The property is owned by Massachusetts Department of Transportation Highway Division.
Hi.
Hello. For the record, my name is Andrea Coates, District Environmental Engineer for Mass DOT's Highway Division District 5 office. I'm here tonight to request a determination to allow tree trimming associated with the resurfacing of routes 24 and I-495. This is two projects that I'm here before you with. The first one, Route 24, begins at the Pleasant Street overpass north to the Avon-Brockton town line. And then the 495 project is, again, the Pleasant Street overpass south on 495 into Middleborough at the Vernon Street overpass. And the project limits are 20 feet from the paved roadway, 15 feet behind guardrails and ramps, and 20 feet in height. And anything removed will be removed from site, not left behind, unless they throw it in the chipper, and then they might spread it on the soft shoulder. But other than that, and there'll be no stumping.
Okay. All right. Any questions from anyone? Bazoo?
Pretty standard.
Pretty maintenance.
Highway maintenance.
All right. So do we?
Negative determination.
Negative
3.
We have to close it first.
Yeah.
Yep. So I need a motion.
Anybody in the audience?
Seeing here and done.
Motion to close, request for determination, Route 24, Mass DOT and your codes.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to close the hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. That was second one?
Motion to do a negative determination on Route 24, Mass. Andrea Coates.
Second.
Just for clarification, Route 24, 495 project.
Okay, doesn't say that here. Okay.
Yep, just for,
Route 24 and Route 495.
Second.
motion been made and seconded for a negative determination. All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor, aye. Opposed, unanimous. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Okay. All right, thank you. Next informal, we have a continued request for determination, 107 Broadway, Columbia Gas, Merrill Engineering, and Land Surveyors. We have an update on that.
Say again, I'm sorry. I was Columbia Gas?
Columbia Gas.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, we got a letter today from Merrill Corp., who's representing Columbia Gas, and they asked that we withdraw the application.
Allow them to withdraw. To allow them to
To
withdraw.
allow them to withdraw, because we have been continuing for so long,
Yep,
and it's not being resolved.
okay.
All right?
Contrary to the opinion that they were dropped off call it what it is. They didn't drop a check that is claimed that they dropped off.
All right. So we'll have to do that
They
in
lied to-
motion,
they lied to us.
because we've already opened the hearing on it, so we
We
have
need a
to
motion.
Well, no, you're not gonna close it, you're making a motion to accept the,
accept the withdrawal letter.
right.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we accept withdrawal for the request for determination for 107 Broadway, Columbia Gas, Merrill Engineers, and Land Surveyors.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, unanimous. All right, issuance of an order of condition for DEP file 269-0982, 22 Paramount Drive, map 15, parcel 176-4L.
Need a motion to issue an order of conditions for DEP file number 2690982, lot 22 Paramount Drive, map 15, partial 176-4L.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, unanimous. Any bills? Couple bills. And did everyone get a chance to review the minutes of September 4th and September 18th? There were
Motion.
some late changes.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to accept the minutes of September 4th and September 18th. All in favor?
Aye.
Separated because there was absence.
I'm sorry, what?
They have to be separated, they were absent.
There are people that were absent.
Oh,
Right.
Right, so
They
if
have
you,
to separate.
so if they're not on there, they're gonna be voting on the minutes that they did not participate.
Marrero. Yeah, Marrero was absent on the
Fourth,
4th.
yeah.
And Mr. Dooley.
But Mr. Abdul is not here, so he's not voting on it, so. So do the September 4th first,
sorry.
and then Kevin can abstain.
Okay, accept the minutes from September 4th. Motion?
Motion to accept the minutes of September 4th, 2019.
Second.
All in favor?
Abstain.
3 in favor, 1 abstain. A motion to accept the minutes from September 18th.
So moved.
Second.
Were you there?
Yep.
You were, okay. Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. And correspondence, Gil.
The only correspondence we have, Mr. Chairman, is the MAC Fall Conference. I'm pretty sure you all get it in an email.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it up, it did come in, it's for you to take notice of it, and that was it.
Very good.
The only other one, I sent out an email this week to everybody from Stephen Ventresca,
Francesca.
about the stormwater information, and I just wanted to make sure you all got that too.
What's that all about? Is that a new state law?
MS4. So the town of actually, I don't know if the town has done its notice of intent. Did they get hired by the town? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, so basically, it's under the state, Federal Clean Waters Act. So every community is supposed to police their community, have what is called a stormwater bylaw. It has nothing to do with your regular notice of intent for wetlands. So you have to have a stormwater bylaw, and you have to have a designated stormwater authority. In Bridgewater, the Conservation Commission, because they deal with a lot of stormwater issues, is the designated stormwater authority. Same thing they've done in West Bridgewater and East Bridgewater. But the city of Brockton designated the engineering office as a stormwater authority. So it varies from community to community, but most communities naturally go to the Conservation Commission as the stormwater authority. And so basically, I give you an example in Bridgewater, the Taunton River is an impaired waterway because of high E. coli, and that has to do with all the stuff coming through Brockton. But you have to monitor what's in your own community. So there's what they call sampling. So we're going to be doing sampling, like yearly sampling. Initially, you start aggressively, and then if it's cleaning stuff up, then you go to a yearly. If you're high, Taunton River is high in nitrates, so that has to do with our catch basins and road salts. So that they're requiring that you're going to do street sweeping twice a year. We don't even have the equipment.
So who's going to determine in Raynham who's going to have,
So the selectmen, really.
they're going to make,
They'll-
they're going to
they'll
be the
have to-
appointing authority, whether
They
it
will
be,
be the appointment
I think,
authority.
Mr. Chairman, it might be the highway department.
Yeah, this one, we had this conversation last month or two.
yeah, I thought we were supposed to, somebody was supposed to be on a committee to address this. Didn't we make a committee?
No.
No, I thought
No,
we volunteered for
We
something.
put somebody on the committee for the Route 138 redevelopment.
Paul.
That was Paul, right?
Yeah, but I thought there was something after that,
I
too.
don't remember
No.
that.
So basically, you're gonna have, the town has to hire a consultant to put together a bylaw, and then that has to, because in this particular case, Raynham is a town meeting run town, so you have to have a bylaw promulgated by put forth by the selectmen, and then voted at the town meeting. That will give whoever the town decides will be the stormwater authority, then that will give them that authority to then promulgate regulations for, like in East Bridgewater. Any land in disturbance, again, it doesn't have to do anything with having wetlands or no wetlands. Like in any land disturbance that is less than 5,000 square feet, they don't have to file. But from 5,000 to 7,500, they have to file. And basically, for construction of land disturbance doesn't have to be necessarily for building a house. And then you have to show them where you're going to do what is called the stockpiling area. If it has to do with construction, you have to designate an area for cement pump out. Not like when the truck comes in and they want to clean out the truck.
Yeah.
And they designate an area that will be properly.
Built.
Yes. Now, you're supposed to file a notice of intent. The notice of intent is not the same as the notice of intent that you deal with. That's more like a federal notice of intent with the EPA. Yeah, so I'm not sure where Bridgewater finally is catching up.
Yeah.
So it's finally up to date, and you're supposed to do year one report, year two report. I think year one, actually goes back to 2013.
It's going to be hard to
That's new forms,
administer.
Yeah,
new
federal.
regulations,
Federal, yeah.
and
They're not.
new filings and new funding.
And so it's one of those unfunded mandates by the government. Yeah, it really is. And so what a lot of the communities are doing now is charging what they call a stormwater permit. The stormwater permit.
Offset the cost.
Yeah. So again, it doesn't matter if you have wetlands or no wetlands. It's the land disturbance and the impact of that into the waters of the community.
Treatment centers.
It's going to be so hard to
Catch
enforce.
basins.
I'm going to build a garage, and I'm going to have cement floorboard. who's gonna check to make sure that the concrete chuck's pumping into a designated area?
No, but that's why they have a threshold.
Yeah.
Just like with the Wetlands Protection Act, if you're doing a subdivision of four or less number of lots, or 4 or less number of residential units, you don't have to do a stormwater management.
Oh, okay.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So the
Doing a
town.
garage over 5,000 square feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It will be more like a workshop.
50.
So the town, well, like I said, we literally just, well, in Bridgewater, because of the new type of government, like, town council government, now it's basically town council voted on the ordinance.
Yeah.
And then they designated the Conservation Commission as a stormwater authority. And then the Conservation Commission actually hired a beta group, BETA beta group, and they're doing they prepared the stormwater regulations and the bylaw actually. Well, they don't call it bylaw because it's on a town meeting, it's called ordinance. Something.
Tomato.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So that's what, so they're probably been in touch with somebody in town, or they're aware of soliciting business.
Like I said, this is the first I've
Yeah.
gotten any
Because
information on it.
So we don't
he's the
know-
contact person for the town, because that does planning board reviews,
So we don't know whether we'll be getting that role or not, right?
But no, it will be up to the select.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be the highway, but,
Well,
That'd be my
they deal
guess.
with all the catch
Yeah.
basins and all of that, right?
Gail, have we had any correspondence from Niche about, was it Riverview? They picked up all the packets and
You
everything?
mean for Marty Nova?
Mighty Nova, I'm sorry.
No, Marty Nova. They did pick up the packets on Monday,
Okay.
that was picked up. I spoke with Sam Schofield on Friday, and I told him where it stood, and I told him when I hear anything, that you would be the first one to
Okay,
hear.
perfect.
I have not gotten any, I haven't gotten a bill, I haven't gotten anything yet back from Marty.
Okay,
I'm
all right, so
still waiting on
it's
that.
working.
So they're working on it.
Yeah, just make sure that you get that money up front, so that
Yes.
the commission doesn't get stuck with
Yes.
the bill.
Yep, no,
And Mr. Schofield said all I gotta do is
Give
give
him
him
the
a
number
call
and
and
write a
he'll come
check.
with a check,
Yeah.
so, all right.
same thing you told me, all right. All right, anything else?
Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of things. We've got that letter ready for Richmond
that's
Street
right, yep.
that needs a signature. This is gonna be mailed out on Friday, certified mail and regular mail.
Okay.
The other thing is, do you remember Mr. Demora, who came in quite a couple of years ago about Johnson's Pond and wanting to put herring in the pond? He
Yeah.
was in this week.
Okay,
He says Raynham is the next one on his list. The last project that they've done has taken longer than they expected. So come springtime, they will be coming in to speak about it, okay? About the ladder and the herring and
Well,
all
they have to
that.
change the ladder so
Yeah.
that the herring can
Yeah,
get
and that's what
upstream and all that.
that's what they do. That's what their job
And
is.
the highway department controls the ladder and all of that, correct?
So they'll probably have to get involved too, definitely, definitely. And the only other thing I have, we need to set up another meeting with Mr. Carnes because it was
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah.
And he asked me this week, and I forgot to tell you about that the other day.
Okay, call him because he's anxious to go. I met with them, this is the guy with Rogers Way.
yep.
And
Oh, Rogers Way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing the work for, he bought a lot at Cornerstone, but he's actually wanting to close out the files on Rogers Way.
Oh, okay, for the house
Okay,
he built
right,
years ago?
so
Okay,
he has, because they filed for certificate of compliance, but we couldn't give him certificate of compliance because the reference that they use is a file number that is associated with an NRAD. Where you don't do a certificate of compliance for order of resource area delineation. You do an
Notice of
CUC
intent.
for an order of conditions. So they got their files all filed up. So we
Okay.
tell him to straighten it out, so he's gonna come in. When he had called me was a couple of days that Gail was very
Okay.
seriously
All right.
ill, so.
okay,
So that's where we stand.
very good. Anything else, anybody?
I hear an English phrase This is that clear, recommend to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye. We can't do it.
Unanimous.
Paul's not here.